You have built your digital course in Kajabi. High fives to that. Now you want to unlock your content automatically for your students without you having to do any manual work. This is called dripping content, and Kajabi offers multiple ways to do this. The key, though, is figuring out what trigger you want to use to unlock that content. You can use dates, actions, or milestones. So in this video, I'm going to show you what those different options are, and then we'll go through exactly how to configure each one of them. Hey there, it's Susie. I've been using Kajabi myself for over 6 years, and in that time, I've also worked with clients exclusively using this platform to help them launch and scale their businesses. And if you have not yet gotten started with Kajabi, I have a link for an extended free 30-day trial in the description below. Plus, when you sign up with this link, you get instant access to my Kajabi Confident course, which will show you the quickest way to get from where you are to making money on the platform with no extras, no fluff. You'll also get a free one-on-one strategy session with me to help map out your goals. And you'll get a homepage template that you can install in your Kajabi account, customize, and start sending traffic to right away. So links in the description for that free trial, extended free trial, and that whole bonus stack. We're going to go through the 3 different ways that you can drip content to your students using Kajabi. So I am in Kajabi right now. I set up this, I'm just calling it demo course. There's nothing to it. And so right now we just have one module and one lesson within the module. If I collapse here, I see that lesson is nested under this blank module. So this one, first of all, I'm just going to call it first module so that we can keep them separate. And then I want to add a second module. Add content module. Okay. I'm also going to add a submodule because I just want you to see kind of the hierarchy of things. So submodule, first sub, and then you have to select a top level module. So this is the one that it's nested under. Create submodule. Right now we just have this loose lesson and a loose submodule. I want to put this lesson in that submodule. So I'm going to click there, first lesson, and then select this first submodule. Okay, so now if we back up, you can see we have this module within the module. There's a submodule, and then within that submodule is one lesson. So that should help you understand kind of the hierarchy and how you can nest content within other content. Next, since we're talking about dripping content, this is where you're going to do it over here in this dropdown where it says draft right now. For your lessons, your only options are draft and publish. You have the option to drip content at the submodule or the module level. So when you're organizing your content and planning out when you want things to drip out, just keep that in mind. So let's say we want people to, as soon as they sign up for this course, we want them to have access to the first module. So I'm just going to switch this over to published. And then you would also have to publish the content that's within it. Okay, we'll switch this all over to published. So as soon as somebody signs up, they get access to the first module. The second module, I want them not to have access to until a week later. So let's set this to drip. And then it's going to ask me set drip days after enrollment. So I'm going to say 7 days after enrollment. This part about dripping on a specific date, I'll show you that in the next part of this video. So we're going to say done. So then let's say you want to see when this person is going to get access to that second module. So I just have my account in here. I don't yet have access to this course. And so the course is a product. You can't directly grant access to a product. You have to create an offer. So we're going to create an offer for this product. Demo course, and the course product is already selected for this offer. Continue. I'm just going to say free for now. Okay, save and finish. So now I have my account in here and I'm going to grant offer. And here it's kind of hidden. grant an offer. So the one that I just created, demo course, save. Okay. So now if you wanted to go into, like if we back up to my contacts, so I open up my profile here, like you could search for any of your contacts, open full profile, and then under this life cycle, I can see that on April 16th, I was granted access. So then you can just do the math and you know that this person is going to get access 7 days after April 16th to that module number 2. Also, you can change this access date, and that would come into play in the next part that I'm going to show you in a minute about having everybody get access to the same content at the same time. So you can go to view purchase information. You can edit access date here. Let's say, actually, I want this person to start on the April 10th, so that module number 2 is going to unlock to them on the 17th. So that's the first kind of most basic way that you can drip this course content. Your next option, let's say you don't want it dripping out 7 days after somebody enrolls. You want everybody getting access to the second module on the same date. And this would work well if you're doing a live launch. Let's say you're enrolling people over the course of 2 weeks, but you want everybody to get access to module 2 on the Monday after your cart closes. So in this case, we're not going to edit the settings in the product here in the course. We're going to edit your settings in the offer. So in this case, same thing, we have this first module is set to be published. So as soon as somebody enrolls or signs up, they're going to get access to this content, which is where you're like welcoming them and maybe taking them on a tour, telling them what to expect. And then we want this second module to unlock on the same date for everyone, regardless of when they enroll. So what you're going to do here, let's open up the offer. Okay, here's our offer demo course. So in the offer, we're going to go down to product access, and we're going to begin access at a specific date. So let's say I pulled up this calendar. Let's say from, the 17th, oops, I'm in May now. Okay, let's say you're enrolling for these 2 weeks, May 5th through the 16th, and then you want everybody to get access on May 19th. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the product access date to be on May 4th. So this is before anyone can enroll. When I do that, everybody's going to have this same product access date, whether they actually sign up on the 6th or the 9th or the 15th. Everyone is just by default going to have access May 4th. So I'll go into Kajabi and say begin access on a specific date. It's going to be May 4th. And then what that means is I then want that second module, I want to drip out 15 days after. So we're going to go back into Kajabi. I'm going to save this offer and then go back to my product, my demo course. And instead of 7 days, I'm going to change this to drip at 15 days. And then you would just do the math based on that product access date of May 4th for all your other modules. And then that means when you open up that contact, you're going to see that product access date of May 4th for everyone, regardless of when they signed up. Okay, your third option for dripping content is, let's say we're going to change this from drip at 15 days to lock. Right now, my only option is locked by lesson. This module will become locked until it's phrased a little bit confusingly. But what it means is that I can select a lesson. So not a submodule, not a module, but an individual lesson. And I can say that this second module will become unlocked when somebody completes first lesson. They're measuring completion by whether they've watched the full video. So you can lock that, or you can lock content based on a quiz. So let's say in this first Submodule, I'm going to add a quiz. Okay, so here's my quiz, just one question. We're going to go to settings, and you can set a passing grade. So they have to get 70% in order to pass. I'm going to switch it from draft to published. Okay, so then when I back up, when I go to I've got my quiz is published. So now I want to say that this second module is locked until lessons with an assessment will be marked complete when the assessment is passed. So they have to not only take the quiz, but they have to get 70% or higher in order to pass and automatically unlock that second module. And there are more details about quizzes. Like you can ask, you can have questions that are not multiple choice, that are short answer, and that you have to review before they're completed. But that gets into, it's more manual. So we're just going to assume that this is a multiple choice. It can be instantly graded and automatically unlock that next module. So those are your three different options for dripping content, either based on the date that somebody signs up, based on a date that you determine, or based on a milestone, like completing a lesson or passing an assessment. So I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions about this or anything else Kajabi related, drop it in the comments below. And if you have not yet gotten started using Kajabi, there's a link in the description where you can check out my deal for a 30-day free extended trial. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.